Slugs are the worst thing that happens to a garden. You plant loads of plants and then suddenly they're all gone, or you just keep getting repeat attacks from slugs. And it means that you don't get any of the crops back for yourself. In today's video, I'm going to offer you some really useful solutions to deal with the slugs in your allotment and to give you back more of your harvest. I've been testing these methods out continuously over the 10 years that I've been gardening, so I have a really good idea of what works and what isn't working on the allotment.
I've used these techniques to great success and I can't wait to share them with you.
Before we dive into this video, if you haven't done so already, I'd love to have you along for my growing journey. Why not hit the subscribe button down below and join the community? How do you deal with slugs and how do you do it organically so you can protect wildlife in the garden? The first method for keeping your slugs at bay is controlling the sides of your beds. Keep that grass really short. Make sure you use things like wood chip around your paths to make it really level, and take away any bricks, stones or bits of wood that you've got lying around your beds, because the slugs will absolutely love hiding in those damp, cool, dark spaces. If you keep the ground around your beds a lot more trimmed down and short and neat, you may actually start noticing immediately success with your plants, especially the ones on the edges, because they won't be so attacked. But the other thing is to move your plants in a little bit closer, so make sure you've got a little bit of space around your soil and your bed. If you think something's going to hide a bed, like a shed, or something is going to kind of create a bit of a shade, I always like to move things away a little bit so that there is plenty of space. It means the slugs have to come across this exposed ground and the birds and other predators will come and eat them. They really don't want to do this, so that's why it's a good idea to keep everything open and everything short and clean. Another thing that I stress is so important for looking after your plants is growing them on until they're the size of your hand. If you can do this, then your plants will thrive a lot better. They'll have a bigger, stronger root system. They'll be able to deal with slug attacks a lot better, and they'll be able to go outside and they'll grow away quite a lot faster. Slugs are attracted to stress hormones in plants, so if you've planted a plant out and it's looking a bit sad or it's a bit small and it needs a bit more time and space and nutrition to grow, then that slug will go for it. A tip that I really recommend for you is trying to do hot compost. If you make cold compost, what you're doing is you're encouraging slug eggs to exist in the soil. You're encouraging pathogens and diseases as well. You'll want to heat your compost up between 50 and 75 degrees, and I made a video about how you can do that just up here. This is one of the biggest things and really boosted a lot of my crops, is using clean soil on my beds. If you're enjoying this video and you're finding it useful, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit the like button down below. It helps to send this video out to more people so I can inspire and encourage others in the gardening community. Thank you so much. Nematodes are the #1 way that you're going to be able to control your slugs on your allotment. Nematodes are a naturally occurring microscopic worm that lives in the soil. There's one type of nematode that goes for slugs. They will balance themselves out. They are an organic solution. The soil and the wildlife will restore itself once there's not enough slugs around to eat, so you don't have to worry about that. And their treatments will only last about 6 weeks, so you need to do 1, 2 or 3 treatments if you're planting out a big area of plants. The population of slugs will start deteriorating and you will find that your crops will grow so much better because of the presence of those nematodes in the soil. It can be really disheartening having slugs coming in and eating all of those crops because you put so much time and effort into your garden and you want to make sure that you get something back. All that time spent feels like it's wasted.
Using these techniques, you will start to see your slug numbers decrease and you'll find that you're picking more and more of your crops. As someone who started out with really bad slug problems on my allotment, I have been using all of these techniques to great success. All of the crops you've seen today, from the broccoli to the cauliflower to the Brussels sprouts, are all because I've been following these steps and the slugs are no longer a problem for me.
I've managed to balance the soil out a little bit more, and it means that I am eating more of my crops and I'm dealing less with the slugs. Please do not use slug pellets on your allotment. Even if they say they're organic, there's not enough research about them and the impacts they have on birds Remember that wildlife will still eat slugs even if they've got pellets in them, and this is one of the biggest problems, is that we just don't know what the impacts are going to be on wildlife. Try nematodes instead. You're going to spend about the same amount of money as you are on slug pellets or beer traps, so try this out and I guarantee you will see good success on the allotment. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful and inspiring. I hope you can take those slug tips away and try them out on your allotment. If you'd like to check out any more of my videos, you can find them over here. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!